Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's video. The topic for today is your next fated relationship, and I will be exploring what circumstances will you meet under. So, what's going to be going on in your life and around the relationship when you come together. So, make sure to watch all the way till the end. Take the message that resonates with you, use your intuition, ignore what doesn't suit you. All right. You can join the membership for June monthly predictions if you're interested. It's on the moon tier. All right, let me show you the three cards for the pile selection. For pile number one, we have Moon Dance Celebration. This is the card. For pile number two, we have number 10. This is also the Wheel of Fortune. We have Flow with this compass in the back. For pile number three, we have Synchronicity. I'm also getting a little bit of Saturn vibe here with the planet, with the rings around it. And obviously, we see moon. So, some of you could have Saturn moon conjunction. You can go with this particular pile. Maybe moon sitting in Aquarius or Capricorn, Saturn sitting in Cancer. But yeah, this is what I'm picking up. All right. This is giving me Venus, Mercury. This is Jupiter. This is Saturn moon. You can pick based on whatever calls to you. I will see you in your reading. Hello, pile number one. I will move this card in the middle. So I've pulled a couple of cards for your side, for the person's side, what sort of energy you will be in, and a few cards for the middle, which is connecting energy. So let me lay down the cards. We have Healing Begins here. This is Six of Swords. And also this card Thought in the middle. I don't know how to keep these cards. Let's keep it like that, I guess. Okay. So for your side, what energy you will be in or coming out of, we have the distorted feminine come out, number 9. I get the sense of coming out of a relationship or some sort of a heartbreak for you guys. Even the 9 and this heart shape makes me think of 9 of cups, which is perhaps being single. Nines are connected with a little bit of independent energy, and the distorted feminine, I feel like there could have been a strong case of healing, going through perhaps difficult relationships, perhaps coming out of a toxic relationship that really did a number on you. But you kind of lost touch with your feminine side. And once you kind of heal that, you come out of that energy. This is the next person that will come along. A genuine relationship. You're coming out of this dark phase in your life. We have remember also, which makes me think of the past. So, past relationship, when you say goodbye to that or you come out of this toxic dynamic, a bit of a struggle period, struggle phase in your love life, especially in terms of self love, your self concept, how you feel about yourself, how you view yourself. Perhaps there's some difficulty there connecting with your feminine side, being receptive. Maybe you are someone who, let's say, you get uncomfortable when someone buys you a present, especially when you're dating. You feel like you want to go half half, you want to do 50-50, you want to step into your masculine, you just are kind of like running away from your feminine energy, where you perhaps have trouble accepting gifts, taking compliments, or maybe you like to be in charge, be more controlling instead of receptive and being in the flow state of the feminine. So these are some of the things or issues you could be dealing with. And that's when this person comes in, when you kind of heal that and you actually become more self aware and you realize, okay, this is something I'm doing wrong. I need to put a little bit of effort in this area. So you need to first recognize that you are in this stage. Again, take this message only if it resonates. So once the healing begins, here we have the healing begins card. We also have couple of signs here which tell me that you come out of this toxic dynamic somewhere. So this could be a theme that plays out because of a relationship where the person is not good for you, so they bring your energy down. You start doubting yourself. You lose in touch with your feminine side, your love, your ability to love someone and to receive love also. So you kind of lose your sense of self, you lose your sense of identity being in this dynamic. So once you kind of step out of that, remember makes me think of a past relationship. That's when the healing begins. This is also Six of Swords, which is connected with transition, moving out of one phase of your life, moving into the next. On this side, we have raccoon also. This is again a little bit of this dark energy, heaviness, not being happy. We see the animal also in dark here, earth element, which is a feminine element. We have servant. You were serving this person, you were serving their needs at your own expense. And you forgot about your own needs being in this dynamic, this past dynamic. You became a servant. You were not treated equally. That's what I feel. You did more than you needed to. And it was, you had a part to play, honestly, with this toxic sort of dynamic that you kind of got sucked into in a way. We also have past life relationships. You have known each other before. So this is a past person who comes into your life, perhaps a past life relationship from a different lifetime. And there was unfinished business. You had to meet this person to kind of finish your karmic debt, just to go through a little bit of pain and suffering to finish that off and to learn a lesson out of it, which can benefit you in your present and future circumstances. So there was a meaning behind this pain and suffering, and it was a strong dynamic. You couldn't run away from it because this person had a pull on you, and it was almost like a karmic situation. It was something that was meant to be finished off, not to sustain. And it was difficult. So if you relate with this, I do sympathize with your situation. But when you meet this new person, you will become your beautiful self, because we're going from the distorted feminine to now luminosity, number 21. This is who you'll become, your luminous, beautiful self. And this new person that comes into your life will have a very, very positive impact on your energy, your aura, your beauty. Sometimes what happens when we're with the wrong person, we have a glow down. We glow down. We don't want to take care of ourselves. Person pulls a lot of our energy away. They are energy vampire. So we become a shell of ourselves. We lose our luminosity, our beauty. We also don't have energy. So the energy also gets harvested by this person. They're kind of like a parasite, honestly, leeching off of you, living off of you. You're the host. So they become better, their life improves, your life devolves, your luck also kind of runs out. You start to feel unlucky, you don't look your usual self, your health declines. So this is something which is a major sign for you, where you can see that yes, this person is a energy vampire. And when the right person comes along, you start to glow up, you put on a little bit of weight, you look beautiful, you feel beautiful, your energy is better, your health is better, you will start attracting more opportunities, good luck in your life. So with this new person, your life circumstances will change, there will be reasons to celebrate. Here we have celebration, moon dance, we see a couple here. So it will be a beautiful relationship where you could, obviously end up together. This is could also be like a marriage celebration or a celebration of the union with the two of you. We have thought this is you putting in effort, realizing that I need things to change and I need to come out of this past situation, move into something better and work on my healing. So once you give it a thought, you start healing, you attract the right person, and that is like a source of happiness and celebration in your life. We have swan. So this person could be quite beautiful, by the way. And again, self reflection. When you reflect on yourself, you become self aware, you do the things you need to do, you make changes in your life, you have better boundaries, you will see this person enter your life. And like I said, they could be beautiful or they could have very similar features as you. And one more thing I'm noticing is once this person enters your life, you have a glow up. There are two cards here that speak about the beauty increasing. We have scholar. So they could be a scholarly person and they could be someone who's busy with their life. This person seems very sorted and like they're going in the right direction. They don't necessarily, let's say, need healing. They're just busy being themselves, living their life, and then they run into you, and things just happen. So it's like they were not necessarily seeking a relationship or looking for you, but things just happen. It's fated from their side. For from your side, you're doing a lot of heavy emotional labor, a lot of work, healing yourself, and all of that. That's what I'm seeing. Person could be a scholar. This could also be a sign for you. Maybe when you pick up, let's say, you start learning something new, a new skill, or go back to school, something like that, you could meet this person through that. We have here getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So maybe you already know of this person, but once you get closer, you become slightly more emotionally intimate. You will fall in love with this person. So some of you could possibly already know this person on a superficial level, and this person's open to dating and finding a partner for sure. Whereas you're dealing with something from the past. We also have here prepare. So this person is totally who's ready to have a relationship. They're all sorted, mature, and everything. One more thing I'm seeing is a breakthrough that happens with this person. Maybe they will break the ice, they will maybe woo you or something like that. But this person's quite sorted, and I think this is also a sign for you that you should prepare for a new beginning and look for someone better, new, something like that. So I hope this resonates with you guys and it was easy to follow. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please support the channel by joining the membership. You can also book with me. I've changed some of the prices on the readings that I offer. So you can book with me if you want a private reading. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye guys. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. Let's start. I've pulled the cards for your energy, your person's energy, or we can say life circumstances, and then the connecting energy that will bring you together. Don't mind the background noises. Let's start. For your side, what do we have? Let's start with the card that you pulled. I'll keep it in the middle. This was one of the connecting cards. It says flow and the number 10. Wheel of Fortune, Jupiter energy. On your side, we have Panther, fire element. There's a lot of fire, sort of masculine sort of energy I'm picking up with your pile. We also have Ace of Wands, which is also fiery. Look, the colors are matching. We have Reunion. Let's just start with these cards. What I'm picking up is, obviously, with Reunion coming out, this could be a person from your past, a relationship like an ex, maybe you could reconnect and things could really take off. Maybe there was a hiccup in the past. This could also be a false start where you met, things didn't really take off, or you knew each other for like a small amount of time, or it's not giving me this energy of, oh, there was a toxic dynamic, it was a awful relationship. I'm not picking up too much heaviness, but maybe you just couldn't date, or you just moved, or there were certain other obstacles, or maybe this person was already dating someone else or you were dating someone else. But I get this sense with the reunion, it's almost like you coming across each other again and there's a spark. So this could even be a person that you know of, and earlier you were acquaintances, you were friends or something or the other. Maybe it was not a actual romantic situation, but I get the sense that you could know this person. And forget about the past. What I'm picking up is when you meet this person, you will know this is the one for me, or there will be some sort of this intuitive hit, is what I'm picking up. Like you would know right off the bat. And this is also a person where you would feel very free. You would, for the first time, feel like I can be myself. You can really just naturally be you and not feel judged. There's a spark here, there's chemistry that you cannot deny. This person makes you feel free. We do have this card right here, adventure. So you could meet them while you're traveling, or there could be some fun situation, something like a memorable sort of first date or first meeting, something like that. And like I said, person from the past, or this could feel like a person you've known from a past life also, or an ex as well. Multiple situations here, but this is feeling like you're coming together and it feels fated. That's what I'm picking up. And there's just this energy of just being yourself. You could also be someone who leans more in their masculine, and they will allow yourself to be you and not judge you, not, you know, like monitor you, I manage you or something. And you will feel a strong chemistry attraction towards this person. We also have this card. This could be the one you've already met, the romantic partner you seek. Exactly what I didn't read this when I was pulling the cards. I quickly pulled the cards because I pulled a lot of cards today. So, with reunion and this card saying you've already met this person. So, you already know of this person. Again, it does not necessarily mean you dated in the past. You could have just known them. And for others, like I said, this could be an ex. Okay. But two messages that I picked up earlier. Firstly, that you've met this person. Secondly, you would know right off the bat that this is the one. Also was just picking up this energy with this keyword reunion. Union itself gives me this energy that you would know. But yeah, you feel uplifted in that energy. Let's look at the connecting energy. We have obviously flow. We have friend. You could start out as friends, you could have mutual friends, and maybe you were friends in, let's say, growing up in your childhood. Let's keep it here. Something like that. So, this could be maybe you were friends at one point of time, familiar with each other, or this is friendship turned into love. See, one interesting thing I'm noticing here, she's carrying all these flowers, and here also we have similar sort of flowers. You could feel the spark first, by the way. You could, if you feel that way, you could initiate something here. Because, see, there's a friendship here. This is the establishing sort of energy. And then Ace of Wands, which is spark chemistry, attraction that you feel towards someone. So you could be the one who feels that attraction, then you could maybe initiate something here. We have strength. This is kind of similar to this card that I pulled right here. Maybe the person could look like this. They could have darker skin or have a strong body, something like that. Anyway, what I'm picking up here, it says strength. I'm also getting strong Leo energy for this pile. Leo, Sun, Jupiter, some sort of placement there. We also have love. Number 20, you could feel the love strongly for this person. Friendship turned into love, obviously. We got friend, we got love. This is connecting energy. I'm keeping it on the side just so you can see all the cards. But this is for the connecting energy, friend and love. So, friendship turned into love. This could also be a person that you know for one reason or another. And at first, initially, when you meet the person, there's not that feeling, oh, this would be the one. But then something happens, and then that spark comes out, or they do something that turns you on, or something like that. And then you feel like, oh, this is the perfect partner for me. So you could initiate something here. They could be someone who's a little, maybe they play it off cool, or maybe they don't think of you like that. But when you initiate, they could be receptive. With strength, this can show obviously a person who holds back a little bit, but things could just naturally flow. Here, this card is very important. It says flow. So things could naturally flow and it will all happen in its due time. This card is also Wheel of Fortune, which shows a change. So, an equation that changes. Wheel of Fortune is things change when you're up, or when things are amazing, they can change. When things are down, you will can catch a lucky break also. So this is similar, where you start out the equation in one direction, then it changes. So that's what I'm picking up. On the person side, we have Tarantula. This is again fire element. I think you're quite compatible and you have similar sort of personalities, because we got fire element on both the sides. And look, these are two different decks, but the same illustrator. And look at the backgrounds. They're so similar, right? The colors that have come out. Very similar. Lots of oranges, reds, yellows coming out. These, the planets connected with these colors are Sun, Jupiter, Mars. All three are masculine planets. So there's a strong masculine energy here. You could meet through work or something to do with your career, or not necessarily, let's say, you're being set up on a date, which is more of a Venusian thing, feminine activity. But since all this Mars energy is here, you could meet at workplace, so through some colleague or something like that, out and about, maybe at noon, something like that. We have Son of Cups, Knight of Cups. This person could also be highly romantic. They could also approach you, by the way. I'm just saying, if it's friend zone and the person's not taking charge, you can try it out. Otherwise, the person can take the charge, because Knight of Cups is very promising sign that they are romantic and they are not afraid to express their emotions, and they will be quite receptive also. So this is the person who's attracted to you, or I should not say attracted. Maybe you find them super attractive and they have strong feelings for you. So there's emotional connect here also. We have widower. So they could be a person who's coming out of, let's say, a divorce or a breakup or something like that. And like I said earlier, when you met this person, maybe they were already dating someone, but there could be a breakup. Person is single when you meet them again, or they're coming out of a heartbreak, some sort of relationship. They're dealing with some sort of emotional loss when you meet them. So I'm trying to describe the circumstances under which you meet. This person could be a lover boy, very romantic. They like relationships, they like love, and fiery, passionate sort of a person. But they could definitely be nursing a broken heart, or some sort of emotional loss. Maybe a family member has passed on or something like that. There could be some sort of pain. We also have forgiving and learning. It says, as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. So this person could be coming out of that zone where they're not open to loving, or sorry, dating or meeting a partner. So they could be stepping out of that energy of not being open to love, now being more receptive. So that could be the situation where they're nursing a heartbreak, they're trying to move on or heal, or just open themselves up for love again. That could be a situation. And for those of you who are dealing with an ex, the ex person coming back, they could reach out, they could ask for forgiveness, and maybe they've learned from their mistakes. So you could reconnect after this person approaches you. Or, like I said, if you only knew each other a little bit, it was superficial, not romantic, then they could be coming out of a relationship breakup or some sort of pain, suffering, and then they're opening themselves up again for love and for emotional connection. Here it says reconnect again. Some of you could have Mula Nakshatra also. But it's so interesting that we got so many cards here which are similar. Reunion, reconnect, and then this also, forgiving and learning. How similar are these cards? So you could reconnect. That's why I'm saying there could be a long distance, not long distance. Maybe there is long distance, but there could be a long period of duration where you're not in touch. That's why I'm saying maybe you met each other in childhood, you were friends, or you knew each other through mutual friends, and then you've lost touch, and many years later you reconnect. So there could be multiple different scenarios, but very interesting reading. There could be hiccups also. Interesting. I really like this dynamic. It's very different than the usual sort of stories that come through. So I hope this resonated. Let me know your thoughts. If you want to book a personal reading with me, I've changed some of the prices on my reading, so you can reach out and book with me also. Join the membership to support the channel. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. So let's start your reading for how you will meet this person, new person in your life, this fated individual. So I've pulled the cards for your energy, your circumstances that you're dealing with, then your persons, and the connecting energies in the middle. So let's start with you guys. You got here the Three of Cups. Let's start with the card I showed you in the beginning. Wait. It was soulmates, right? No, it was synchronicity. Okay, wait. Okay. Just give me a moment, okay? We have Cobra, fire sign. This is your energy. We have service. I find the door opening quite interesting. When I pull the card, this particular card is just sort of a person who's opening up to love or looking for a partner or a relationship. We also have fire energy, and you being in your seductive, beautiful sort of energy. Cobra is all about being attractive, looking really nice, being seductive, and there's just this glow around you. And Three of Cups also tells me that maybe you could be asking your friends to set you up with someone. So overall, I pick up your life circumstances as a person who's open to dating, open to love, and you're in a very charming, charismatic sort of energy. Like you're coming across as very attractive. Okay, the cards were not zoomed in, so don't mind that. We have synchronicity. This is the card I pulled for you in the beginning. So you somewhere could also feel like, I feel like I'm about to be dating or I'm about to enter into a relationship. I'm going to meet someone. So somewhere you also have that inkling that something is about to happen. I'm going to meet someone, and you are feeling quite optimistic, perhaps more so than you usually do. Because a lot of the times when you're single, you're looking for love, people can become quite dejected. They don't feel lucky about their odds. They feel like, I'm not going to meet anyone. you know Especially if you have a negative sort of experience, you can really become quite pessimistic, and you tend to give up, and other people kind of have to force you and push you to open up and to go on dates and stuff like that. So I get the sense that you are in a very positive and open energy. Things are aligning for you, pile number 3. And that's why I'm also getting the sense of a person who just naturally, because what happens is the planets could bring in a person in your life. So there is, as within, as above, so below, right? So the planets align. That's why your energy also shifts. So you're in a positive energy. That in itself is a positive sign that yes, something is about to happen. Here we have creativity, number 7. So I like this card quite a lot for you guys, because firstly we see a couple. It's a very positive sign naturally. Second thing, the number 7, which takes me back to the zodiac sign of Libra, which is about union, love, relationships, marriage also. Creativity also, it shows feminine energy. We connect creativity with um, femininity. So you're stepping into that role. And naturally, creativity is connected with creation, something new that's beginning, which is a relationship in your case. Some of you, maybe you could have been delayed quite a bit with the Saturn coming out. Saturn is usually a planet that we don't associate with benefits or blessings, which is a little, I could say, people don't understand the whole meaning of Saturn. They just look at it as a negative planet. But no, Saturn tests you, matures you, and then gives you the blessing. So there's delays. So, it's usually said that Saturn doesn't deny, it delays. So maybe your relationship was delayed because you had to work on a glow up or certain other things. With service coming out, this is also a symbol for Saturn, which is repeating. So maybe you had to prioritize your work and career first, perhaps your friendships also with 3 of cups. But in that process, what happened is you became mature, you became financially independent, perhaps, or financially just more intelligent. And then you also become quite social and charming. So here I see a person very confident, very beautiful, someone who can hold themselves in a relationship. With 3 of cups, it shows charming energy, ability to communicate, to be fun, to be romantic and interesting to talk to. So now you've become this person completely leveled up, and you're the perfect partner, perfect person that anyone would want to be with. This is why it was delayed, so that you could become this person, and then synchronicity hits. Now is the time you meet the perfect partner for you. We have soulmates here. This is the third pile, remember? And on this card, it says 3 3. So 3 3 3 could be a sign for you. We have soulmates here. You will find your perfect partner, and they will be quite an equal match to you with these 2 butterflies. It shows you as the beautiful butterfly and meeting a person who's very beautiful. So meeting a person who's your type, someone who matches the criteria, matches the idea or the version, not version, I should say vision, your vision of your future person in your head. They will be exactly like that, and you will be quite compatible and suited to each other, very similar also in a lot of ways. And it will be obviously a beautiful relationship. With butterflies coming out, a change is about to happen. Person will have a positive impact on you and your life. A positive transformation waiting to happen in your life. We have love also. So we got this little Cupid. So we got the energy of Cupid. Gives me Valentine energy also. Feb could be important somehow. We also have patience, moon cycle. So see, I didn't connect it when I pulled the cards earlier, but now I connect this card to this reading quite well. Why? Because earlier I said Saturn has come out, so you things had to be delayed. So you had to be patient. So the circumstances which brings you two together, these are the connecting cards that I'm showing you. So patience will connect you. You're working on yourself. Once you become that person where you're ready for love, that's when the person will come in. So you had to be patient. Again, patience is connected with Saturn, delays. And Saturn is maturity. A person matures. So you find the relationship when you're ready for it, when everything is aligned. Second thing, here I picked up on the moon, and look, here we have the moon cycle. So moon Saturn energy, exact same card or the exact same energy that's repeating, but it's two different decks. And both of these decks are not astrology decks. This is a moon deck, and this is also like a moon ritual deck. So both are connected with moon cycles, but Saturn energy has come out with both of them. So I find that quite interesting. Some of you could have Venus Saturn also connection, like Saturn exalted in Libra, Saturn in the seventh house, Venus in 10th house, 11th house, Venus, Saturn sitting together, or Venus in Capricorn or Aquarius. That sort of, those sort of placements could also be there. I see some connection in Moon, Venus, and Saturn, which can cause delays, but that's okay. One last card for connecting energy we have control, number 8. So once you kind of gain control of your senses, where you start making more wise decisions in life, and you are not kind of swayed by your emotions, you're not swayed by your desires, and you behave in a very logical and practical manner when you feel like you're an adult, that's when you will see positive changes come into your life. This could also be true for your partner as well. So there could be someone here who has some sort of, let's say, addiction. People think it's a very strong word, but we can also be addicted to, let's say, doom scrolling or shopping, or we could have unhealthy patterns in our behavior. So a person or both of you will conquer that pattern and become more mature and wise and more of like an adult. That's when things shift. That's a shifting point. On the other side, your person's energy, we see Six of Pentacles. So this person will be growing, they will be doing well in their life, career, especially in terms of money, and this person is opening. This person is also someone who looks to grow in life. There are certain people who are very set in their ways, and they're also not self-aware, so they never grow. But this person, on the positive side, is someone who likes to grow in life. As they mature, they get better. Very similar to you. And when you meet them, or when the two of you align, they're also looking to grow further in life and to meet a good partner. Here again, we have fire element repeating gazelle. On both the sides, again, we have fire element, kind of like pile number 2. Very interesting, very receptive, both of you. Similar personalities, or at least similar sort of motivations, or how you move in your life, very similar. And gazelle also gives me the energy of moving, shaking things up, and being in this fiery energy of taking charge, taking action, being open for love. We have a journey. So there could be some long distance or something like that between the two of you, or they could be from a faraway land, or there could be some sort of distance, not in terms of, for example, when you meet, you could be traveling, or it could be long distance, or you could meet through the internet or something like that. Or this person could live in your same city, but they come from a faraway place. This person will feel like they add a lot of knowledge and value in your life, and they seem very mature. They could also be someone who's mature in age, because journey shows a person who's lived a life, they've been through a journey. So it shows maturity. I saw 333 on the timer. We have awaken. This also makes me think of a person who's now, maybe they meet you when they are ready for love or a relationship. Maybe they've been single for a long time, but they were maybe not actively trying to look for a partner. But here with this horse, it gives me night energy, action oriented energy, and here it says awaken. So perhaps they were now more actively looking for a partner. That's when they meet you. And very interestingly, look at this imagery. We have chivalry number 3 again. 333 keeps on coming out. So 3 is a sign. Maybe this is also connected with March or Feb. But yeah, coming back, look at this. How similar is this with the horse and the person coming out again and again? So this person will be very chivalrous, and like I said, they could be more mature, slightly older. That's why maybe they have different generational values, or those chivalrous values that they've learned from their parents, or they're just more mature. They're not someone casual and frivolous, and they will be very chivalrous towards you, and they will plan dates, take you out, and be like a very loving and present sort of a partner. So this is really nice energy, and they could be mature. They could be a little bit of age gap also, perhaps. I'm not sure. But yeah, this is what I'm picking up for you. Looks really great, and your soulmates. That's what I'm saying. Just be patient and yeah, wish you guys all the best. I hope this resonated with you guys. Let me know your thoughts. If someone wants to book a personal reading with me, I've changed some of the prices on the readings that I offer. So if you're interested, you can check them out. Everything will be listed in my description. You can join the membership to support the channel as well. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.